Well, good morning, Sunny. Good morning, Otis, and welcome along to another edition of Adventures with Otis on this wonderful Sunday morning. Beautiful blue skies, and here we are in Kirkcaldy on the east coast of Scotland. We'll start at this amazing sundial. And this was designed by Kirkcaldy to represent or to honour Sanford Fleming's engineering feats. And this is the Annandale sundial, and if you stand in the centre there, next to the correct month, your shadow will actually cast upon one of these numbers showing the time. Fantastic. And just behind me we have a little plaque showing all the information. This is Sanford Fleming, so I best we better go and have a little read. What do you reckon, Otis? Sir Sanford Fleming, 1827 to 1915. Railway engineer and father of standard time. Well, Sanford Fleming was born in Glaswork Street in Kirkcaldy on the 7th of January 1827. Excelling at mathematics, he undertook an apprenticeship in engineering and surveying prior to leaving Kirkcaldy at aged 18 in 1845 to seek opportunities for advancements in Canada. Wow, fantastic. And the memorial sundial here, laid out on the ground, symbolises Kirkcaldy's connection with Sanford Fleming and his strong connections with the town of his birth and time itself. Well, I suppose that's the grandfather of all clocks. Fantastic. Well, I can certainly feel the sun on my back. Absolutely beautiful. Okay guys, should take a little walk down around the harbour of Kirkcaldy on this beautiful, sunny but cold Sunday morning. That beautiful sun rising over the Firth of the Forth. Oh, and here's the site of St James's Church, 1842 to 1970. And here we are at Kirkcaldy's beautiful harbour, and this must be the slipway for small boats and such be launched. Fantastic stuff. Great to see these lifebuoys all around the place. It's quite a large harbour. Who would have thought that Kirkcaldy actually had a fleet of 186 ships back in 1834. But going further back in time, it was a very important harbour in the 17th century. But in 1650, Cromwell launched a fierce attack, killing 500 townsfolk and destroying the 50 ships that were berthed in the harbour at the time. He seems to get everywhere, that man, doesn't he? Destroying things back in the Cromwell days. Anyway, more recently, the docks served the town's linoleum industry, and Kirkcaldy is very famous for this throughout the world. It was the Nairn family who first made linoleum. Michael Nairn built the first factory and first produced forecloth, leading on to linoleum later on. So there we go. We'll see a bit more about Michael Nairn and his legacy a bit later on. But after many centuries, commercial trading activities of the port of Kirkcaldy ceased in the late 80s, and the harbour was destined to be turned into a marina. However, it was announced by the Forth Ports plc back in 2021 that it was to reopen as to cargo vessels for the flour mill here, and you'll see that just around the corner. Now, the harbour itself was improved in 1843 and also in 1909, consisting of an inner and outer basin which formed gated with two piers. Wow, you can see that over there, and there's a swing bridge over the entrance of the inner basin. I'm not sure if we'll be able to see that. We'll have a look. I think this is all part of it here, just on this corner. Yes, I think this is where the swing bridge would have gone across. And yeah, the works executed partly in rubble and partly in concrete, as you can see. Wow. And over the side there you can see cars which is the flour mill. And this is where the swing bridge would have been. Well, it's lovely to see that they've put some townhouses around the basin. Bet they got some lovely views, Otis. Do you see a pussycat there, Sonny? Somewhere, I think I've seen a photograph looking across there without these buildings. If I can find it, I'll place it right here. Well, hopefully you're looking at the photo of a ship in front of the Nairn building, which is where the first linoleum factory was built. Now, Nairn was a canvas trader from Kirkcaldy who realised that floorcloth was a growing market, and he borrowed £4,000 to set up Scotland's first factory of this type in his hometown of Kirkcaldy. Opening in 1847, the perceived risks were so great that the factory was nicknamed Nairn's Folly. But his entrepreneurial vision laid the foundations of industry, with other floorcloth businesses soon to be set up in the town. Nairn's leadership of the factory was short-lived. He died in 1858, 3 years after, or rather before, the new material was invented. It totally transformed the town's fortunes. And it was an English bookmaker who invented linoleum in 1861. Okay, Otis, well, we'll walk up through this gap and we'll take a look at what was the old Nairn foundry of linoleum. Of course, all these buildings weren't here back then, just the ones directly opposite. So we'll take a walk this way, and on the left hand side of the road would have been all the workers' houses way back for Nairn's factory. No, Nairn wasn't the inventor of linoleum by any chance. Frederick Walton stumbled across the solution when he looked at an open paint pot where the linseed oil had oxidised, leaving a solid layer on top of the paint. Some lovely old houses here. So if we can zoom in, this is Sailor's Walk, all owned by the or restored by the Scottish National Trust. Fantastic. Okay, Otis. Good. And on the left here is one of the early Adam Smith colleges. Now, Adam Smith was born in 1723 here in Kirkcaldy, and he showed remarkable intellectual promise at an early age. Anyway, in 1776, Adam Smith produced his seminal work, An Inquiry into the Nature and Cause of the Wealth of Nations. And just beyond the Kirkcaldy Sailing Club and Boating Club, you've got Carr's Flour Mill. Been milling for about 200 years, and they know a thing or two about what a baker needs. And their promise is to mill the finest flour to help you make and create great baking moments. And here we are at the Carr's Flour Mill. Let's just have a look at the plaque here. I think this is run by the Fife Coastal Path. Carr's Flour, the root of great baking success. The quayside building is a flour mill. Corn can be milled, or has been milled, for over 200 years here in Kirkcaldy. In the mid-19th century, local entrepreneur Robert Hutchison introduced the newly invented roller mill process. And using high-quality imported wheat, he developed a reputation as the finest miller in Scotland. Now owned by Carr's Flour Mills Limited, Hutchison's mill is one of the most modern in the world. We receive local wheat from Fife, also from Canada and Germany, and then it's milled into flour, and we're proud to supply bakers all over Scotland. Each week our customers use Carr's Flour to produce around 2 million loaves, 6 million bread rolls, and 2 million pies and 2 million biscuits. So wherever you're eating, you could be enjoying Carr's Flour, milled here in Kirkcaldy. And what a wonderful sight, with a beautiful sun beaming over Kirkcaldy and the little yacht club. Okay, Otis, Sonny, let's carry on our walk. And this brings us directly outside Nairn's building, the linoleum factory. Fantastic. Up the hill we go. Hey, we're about halfway, Otis. Halfway up the hill. That's a good boy. Go on, walk ahead. You spot a squirrel. Come on, Sonny, this way. And the beautiful sun beaming through the trees. And Sonny after the squirrel. Come on, little lady. This is where we leave the path and join Nether Street. Well, the path is in Kirkcaldy's main area. And this is like a rural area of Kirkcaldy. And this is Pathhead Village. And lots of old buildings being renovated. Can't quite see any plaques or anything. There we go. Now we're going to carry on ahead and head towards Pathhead Sands and maybe over to Ravenscraig Castle if we have time. But via the memorial plaque. That's not a memorial plaque, it's just a plaque for Michael Nairn just up here. So this is the road that takes you down to Pathhead Sands. Okay, come on now guys, across. Good boy, good girl. And we're going to have a little look at the plaque over here in the car park. We'll have a look at that building another time, I think, and see if I can find out a little bit of information about it. Just zooming in there. It's a health centre. I wonder what it used to be. We'll find out soon. Okay guys, the beautiful sun still beaming through the trees. What a lovely morning it is. Okay Otis, we need to go into the car park. That's a good boy. And Sonny follow. Brilliant. Straight across. Look at the lovely cloud. Oh, it's lovely, isn't it? Like a stratus nimbus sort of thing. And here we have a little viewpoint and also a plaque. On this site in 1847, Michael Nairn established the Scottish floor cloth manufacturing. Its process led to the rapid expansion of the floor covering industry in Kirkcaldy and its growth worldwide. Nairn Floors Limited. Fantastic. Okay guys, I think you've deserved a wonderful walk down to the beach. Let's follow you, Otis. Hello, anybody in there? No, nobody at home, Otis. Come on. Oh, that way's to Pathhead. Oh, so is that way. I think this way is to Pathhead Sands. This way, guys. This way, Otis. Oh, wait there, Otis. You're coming up to the road. Otis, wait. Good boy. Well, I think that's Ravenscraig Castle up there on the hill. And what we're going to do, I think, is follow Otis. Round to the left, Otis, and we'll follow the path to Pathhead Sands. Good girl, Sonny. Good boy, Otis. Just wondering how we're going to get to it. I think you can only access it from the top. I'm sure we'll find a way though. We'll just follow Otis and his amazing skills of seeking things out. Well, this is all part of the Fife Coastal Path, and yeah, one thing I just realised was Ravenscraig's Castle is currently closed because it's undergoing repairs. This beautiful part of the coastline received an award in 2023 for the most beautiful beach award in Scotland. And we couldn't ask for a better day either. Look at that, the beautiful sun over the Firth of Forth. Who says it's raining in Scotland? Might be cold and glowy, but it's certainly nice and bright. Well, I think we'll go for a little run on the beach a bit later on, Otis. But Sonny and Otis, let's go and find this castle. Looks like a cave there under the cliff. I don't think that's the way though. Or it may be a secret entrance, who knows. But I think we need to find this windy path that takes us up to the castle. I think it's this way, guys. This always seems to know the way. Straight up. Okie dokie, that's what we're doing. Go on then, Otis. I'll follow you. Up we go. Go on, Sonny. Follow Otis. I'll try not to fall down. Oh, what beautiful views on a beautiful day. Looking over Pathhead Sands, over towards Ravenscraig's Park. And this is Ravenscraig Castle. Okay, Otis, follow you. Wow, look at this structure. It's crazy to think this was built hundreds of years ago. And it's so vertical and straight, you know. And all they had then, I guess, was a plumb line. Yeah, no spirit levels or anything. What a fantastic castle. Well, hopefully there'll be a plaque at the top. You can read all about it. This takes us sort of underneath the or into a moat, I suppose. It's a moat and bailey type castle. Should go this way, guys. Otis. Good boy. And yeah, it looks like they've added an extra bit of structural support for what would be the Portcullis Bridge, I guess, back in the day. Fantastic. I can't get over the skies this morning. Okay, up we go. Well, Sonny, you can do it. Good girl. As you can see, it's all locked up. Fantastic. And looks like we've got a plaque to read at the top. Well, what a beautiful setting. Look at that sun peering through above the castle. That'd make a great photograph. Well, welcome to Ravenscraig Castle. And there's the King's gift. King James II gave his wife land around Dysart to build the castle in 1460. But the king was killed laying siege to Roxburgh Castle a few months later, leaving Mary to govern on behalf of their young son James III. Mary was descended from one of Europe's most prominent families, raised at the court of her great uncle, the Duke of Burgundy. She was in her mid-20s when she took over the Scottish kingdom and ordered the construction of Ravenscraig Castle. And that's where we're going to end our video today, so thank you very much for joining. Hope you enjoyed our walk around Kirkcaldy and up to here to Ravenscraig Castle. So till next time, it's a cheerio from me, bye from Sunny, and a bye from Otis. And I almost forgot, give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, please subscribe if you haven't already, and all in all, leave us some comments, we'd love to hear from you. Bye.